Well, we're down here at one of my favourite venues, the canal. I haven't fished it much for the winter. From what I can gather, it's been fishing quite slow. I don't even know if there's been a fish out for the winter. The 2 times that I've fished it for the winter, it's been really hard, not really a fish showing. And as you saw, last time I fished it, it was completely frozen over, so wasn't really much chance there. But we're back down here now. It's coming into spring. By what I can see, there's a lot of signs of fish. Yeah, there's lots of bubbling, fish topping, all sorts of things, and I think that they're going to be wanting some munch. They're coming out of their hibernation, they're getting ready for spawning. I think they're going to be on the feed, and I think it's a good time to come down. So that's where we are. We're here. The plan today is just to keep mobile. I've got the barrow right next to me. We're just putting out the rods, flick out the rods, put a bit of bait out, wait for an hour, nothing, move down, and do the same, and then come back up again. So keep moving, keep going, keep putting a bit of bait in. Hopefully we can have one. I'll get back to you in a bit. Nice one. So here's the lock, people. I'm fishing with my rods. Oh, where are we? About there. And then my other rod. Made a cracking cast on this one. Right in there, just in line with that tree. It was a banging cast right on the edge of this lily bed, sort of in between there and there, sort of round there. Spot on cast. So yeah, looking good. Okay, well I've had one, not quite the chosen species that I wanted, but still very welcome, gave me a little fight. A little tench, little canal tench, quite battered. Usually they fight well, but this one's got a split in its tail down the end. But yeah, nice little fish, probably about 2.5, 3 pound. Lovely, well, at least we're off the mark. Let's get her back. Okay, so we've had the tench, we've had a few liners, but I'm just feeling that it's time to move. I've done an hour here, well, an hour and a bit really, but you know, there's other locks. I can always come back here. I've got till 5:30 tonight, 5:30, 6ish, so I'm going to get moving now, get on down to the locks. Okay then guys, so no longer as I've moved swims, I'm down a new lock. And straight away I've bagged the carp. I didn't even have time to show you where I was, even show you the rigs or anything, or get the camera out, show me you playing the fish. But a nice common, probably about 13 pounds, 13, 14 pounds, just from the new marina here. So what a result. Let's get her back and show you the rigs and hopefully get another one. Go on fishing. Right then guys, so it's now after that fish, and I'm quite pleased to have had that actually. I knew that the move would have paid off to come down here. The sun was up, and I know they like to be sort of, when the sun comes up down here, this is the only lock that really responds well to weather changes, and because it's quite a big lock, they seem to follow the wind quite a bit. I knew the wind was hacking into this bank, so I thought, wow, this is going to be a good bet to come down to. Usually you've got a good chance of having a bite in here, if you know it well. It's quite a low stocks lock. I mean, some people say there's hundreds of fish in here. I don't believe that personally. I'd say there's probably about 60 fish in here. And although you've got this stretch here, you've also got the new marina just built, which is probably, well, it's probably like sort of 6-7 acres in size itself. So they've got the 2 places they can go, but they can go into the new marina without any angling pressure. So this is the problem. It was phenomenal fishing along this stretch before that happened, but now I haven't fished it. This is the first time I've fished it since the new marina. And clearly they're still here. I mean, I'm fishing right at the gate of the new marina, and I've just trickled a couple of baits in and put my 2 rigs sort of both this side of the lock gate, because that's where I picked one up. And that fish was taken on the cheese tuna tip of pop-up corn. That seems to be a really good one. You know, most of you know all too well I'm usually a snails man, but today it seems to be that the cheese tuna's doing it. I've got snails, but I've decided not to use them. I just think the cheese tuna's a good pungent smell, and really attracts them, and I think coming out of spring they're going to be on the feed, they're going to be having it. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Probably about 12-13 pounds. Didn't fight particularly hard. The initial take, I'm fishing locked up, so wanged the bobbin up to the blank of the rod there, picked it up, and God did it try and go. It really went some, but yeah, what a nice fish. Well, I'll show you the lock and let's see if we can get another one out. It's looking good. So as you can see, this is the main bit of the lock that we're looking at now, and it goes round that corner there, round there. So you've got the old marina, which is there. It's only a small bit there. Boats right out the side here, and through there, is the new marina. And then I'll show you the other. So the lock's quite a long shaped lock. Here's the rest of it. All the way out there, look. So the job really is locating the fish, and it goes around that bend up there. Stunning lock though. So while we're waiting for some action, why don't we take a look at where I went last weekend? I did go out, and I did also catch a few fish. I went to Longleat Middle Lake, and I had a great time. The fishing is quite easy there. Most of you have probably switched off and said, Longleat Middle Lake, it's not the top lake. But it is very good. Lots of small fish, about £10 is an average size, really hard fighting, and I had them up to £16. Well, I'm just going to let the video do the talking, so here I am at Longleat Middle Lake. Okay, so we're down here on one of my favourite day ticket waters, Longleat Middle Lake. I was going to go out to Longleat Top Lake, but it was quite busy. I got here early in the morning, probably about 9:30, 10ish. I've been set up now for quite a while. As you can see, it's still bivvy chaos. I've been spotting, I've been getting the rods out, I've just been working on getting them right. Found a nice clean area in the middle, and it's just silt really, but it's harder than wherever else is. And the bottom is really silty, but I've spotted out over the top of my rigs. I'm fishing 2 pop-up baits, 2 bits pop-up sweet corn and a Hinders Fruits pop-up. I've had great results on them here before. And as you can probably hear, it's raining. It's been bad weather conditions. I've got in a swim where the wind's hacking right towards me, and now we've had hail, rain and a bit of cloud coming in, so the weather's all over the place. It's meant to be like this for the next 24 hours. I plan to head off tomorrow about 10. I haven't had anything yet. I've had a few liners, but yeah, it's just been a bit chaos. But we're here now, we're set up. I'm going to sort my bivvy out, and I should get back to you in a bit. Show the swim, show the rigs I'm using, and the spot mix that I'm using. Okay guys, here we are. Off the mark at last, one of these scatty Longleat Middle Lake mirrors. Caught on a bottom bait on the cheesy tuna. Tipped with a bit of pop-up corn, just fished down in the margins to where I seen a fish top. Really nice fish. Good dark colorations on that, probably only about £7–8, but still nonetheless nice fish. At least we're off the mark. Hope there's more of these to come. Gone fishing. Right guys, well, as soon as I put that other fish back, I put the rod back out. I put another spot over the area, and yeah, this roared off pretty much straight away. £16 one. Lovely fish for in here. Really pleased with that, so I'm going to get the rod back out. I've already topped it back up while I had the fish in the net with another spot load. Bang it back down the margins, hopefully have another one. Gone fishing. Right then guys, well, another fish, probably about £10. Fought like a demon. What a beaut. Caught in the same in the margins. Cheese tuna tip with pop-up corn. Really doing the business now. Right then guys, what you're looking at there is a frozen wasteland. It's just sat in the shape of a bowl. Right guys, well good morning. Another fish, it's only 7 o'clock now. I didn't expect this one, brought both the rods in last night because I wanted a good night's sleep. But I just thought I'd flip the rods out, say 20 yards in front of the rod tips. If that, it was so close in, and it took it. I really didn't expect that. So yeah, what a stunning little fish, one of those simmer commons. Yeah, made up with that. It is cold, bivvy's frozen, net's freezing, hands are freezing to the fish. So yeah, I'm gonna get some back, put a kettle on, and yeah, see if we can get another one. Spot on, gone fishing. Wasn't that a great session? We're getting on now for the end of this session. We've probably got about half an hour, 3/4 of an hour left. I've sat in the same lock for quite a while. I just thought, screw it, I'm going to wait it out for a 20, because if I do get a taken here, it's most likely going to be a 20. So what I'm going to do now while we're waiting is I'm going to show you the bag mix that I've been using with my hook baits. So these are the sort of size bags that I've been using. Little golf ball size bags there, and all it is show you that. So all that is Little Gems pellets, Hinder's nut sludge, not much of nut sludge, tiny couple of handfuls, flaming squid liquid, and then we've got some salt and garlic in there. Just the garlic and the salt just to add a bit of, you know, the salt. Kevin Nash has talked about it before. The salt has dramatic effects on carpet, really brings them down. And the garlic, just a bit extra flavour. Flaming squid liquid, just so you've got stuff leaking up through the layers. They come down, and there it is. All I've done with that is I've just drizzled the flaming squid liquid over the top of it, swished it round, put a couple of handfuls of nut sludge in, just so you can see a bit of particle in there every now and then. We're not really going for the cloud effect that nut sludge is known for, and yeah, just a few bits of particle. And yeah, it's just a really good little mix. It just gives them something to grab about with your hook bait if you're just fishing for a bite. They're looking for small baits this time of year, and that's what we give them, little baits, you know, 14mm boilie, a small bit of pop-up corn on the top. It's not a particularly massive bait. And on the other one I got a trimmed down snowman, really trimmed down. So small baits, I mean the snowman's probably about that big, really small, really small. A bit of PVA bag around it, and maybe a few handfuls over the top of bait, maybe 4 or 5 boilies with it. So we've been consistently getting liners, but whether it'll happen today, I don't know. I had an occurrence earlier on. I sat here, the rod just melted, completely melted. I thought, monster. So I struck into it like, and all it was a carp swimming through the line. I picked up the carp, and half of the carp come out of the water. It was a common carp, quite a dark colour, looked like quite a good fish. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to crack on and hopefully catch one.